This week, on Days of Our Pirates, the Pirates have their opening day game in St. Louis as they take on division rival in the Cardinals. But first, the Pirates have signed Ke'Bryan Hayes to an 8-year, $70 million deal that goes through 2029 with an option for 2030. And I'm very excited for this deal. We'll get into more of it later, but the only way the Pirates can screw it up is if Hayes is injury-riddled or if they stunt his development, which is always an option with this organization. Pitching today is Adam Wainwright, and like I said, we'll get into the details of the trade later, so if you want to, you can skip the end of the video for that. Wainwright absolutely owns the Pirates as of, like, literally forever ago, but especially last year. And Yoshi Tsutsugo has the honor of getting the first out of the season, the first for many outs for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here's Bryan Reynolds, a man that we definitely should be signing a contract to that's similar to Bryan Reynolds, except Ke'Bryan Hayes, except with a little bit more money, obviously. And here's JT Brubaker, the supposed best pitcher on this team that's nothing more than mediocre at best, and honestly, that's being nice. But regardless, Brubaker throws the pitch, and this one's going to be high up in the air. It's a pop-up, and the Pirates aren't able to cover it. Ke'Bryan Hayes cannot make the play, and that one is going to go to Hoy Park, who is not able to save the play. So that is going to be a base hit for the Cardinals. Here's a replay here. Ke'Bryan Hayes, a little bit stumbly right there, a little bit wobbly for Ke'Bryan. You know, hopefully it's not a sign of what is to come to a man that we just extended to on a 7-8 year deal, right? I don't know. We'll find out later as Brubaker throws the pitch, and it leads to a walk, because why else would we do otherwise? And right there, Brubaker, oh, it goes right to Hoy Park, but he's not able to make the play because of the bounce of the ball. And the first of many runs scored against the Pittsburgh Pirates is driven in. The Cardinals go up 1-0 thanks to that RBI, as you see the ball just hits Park's glove, but the bounce is a little bit too high considering the circumstances of where Park was on the field, and O'Neill drives it in. And what is wrong with Ke'Bryan Hayes? We just signed this man. Please tell me that Ke'Bryan is okay. Please tell me that nothing bad happened. Please tell me that he's okay. And I guess it was this play that really did it for Hayes. I'm assuming it looks like, I don't know, it looks like, I can't tell which hand that is. But regardless, Ke'Bryan Hayes is coming out of the game less than an inning into his new contract extension. And regardless, here we're able to get the strikeout, so that's pretty cool. That's something that you might not be seeing a lot this year, but I hope I'm wrong, and I'm fairly optimistic that maybe I will be wrong. Who am I kidding? This is the Pirates. If anything, the hitters might be decent, but the pitching's going to suck and ruin it all. As Albert Pujols, he got re-signed to the Cardinals this year, acknowledging the crowd as he gets his first hit, and this one's going to be hit pretty hard, but it's going to go right to Ben Gamel. A man, he was pretty solid for the Pirates last year, honestly, not going to lie, but he won't be here for the long-term future, unfortunately. And as Brubaker just tosses it to get the out as we go to the top of the second inning here. Cole Tucker's up to bat, the man who is a great activist for Ke'Bryan Hayes, clearly, and he is tagged out. Kevin Newman, the man who's starting over one of the best prospects in the league, Oneil Cruz, who clearly he's probably better than Newman now, let alone in the future. We need to develop him in the league and have him go against major league pitchers, not the minor leagues, but he gets the out as he tries to steal a base, and there goes Newman. He makes a pretty solid play there. He's not terrible, but I just don't think he's anything better than decent at best. As Brubaker walks another man, and this one's hit hard. Paul DeJong, this one's going to Big Mac land, or almost so. It's a 3-run homer, the first of many home runs that's going to get hit off of JT Brubaker and the Pittsburgh Pirates pitching staff this season. And the bullpen is worse than the starting pitching staff, and we're already down 4-0 at the bottom of the second. And I understand it's the first game of the season, not going to overreact too much, but I'm truly afraid that this is a sign of what is to come as we go to the top of the fourth. And he swings at a very low pitch, and that is going to be a strike 3. And there goes Kevin Newman, who hits it into a double play, and in a position where the Pirates can score their first run of the season, they do absolutely nothing. Who would have thought? But we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, pitching change here. Will Crowe is in, one of our best bullpen pitchers, which is a very sad statement, but it is true. As Will Crowe, he's doing pretty solid this inning, I'm not going to lie. Will Crowe is balling out right now. Tyler O'Neill is struck out, and Will Crowe gets out of the inning with no runs allowed, something that JT Brubaker struggles doing sometimes, but that's okay. And it goes right to Will Crowe, and he gets the ball, and he misses the throw. Goes right to the umpire, hits him in the leg, and that's going to be a base hit. Yadier Molina in what is most likely his last season in the league, is able to hit into a double play. Not what you want to see from Molina if you're a Cardinals fan, but I'll take it as a Pirates fan. Yoshi's jogging off the field. Hoy Park is up to bat to start the next inning. But he didn't do it. He got a base hit. Here's Yoshi. And Yoshi, it goes right to the Cardinals player, Bryan Reynolds, a man who we should pay even though he's not doing too great this game, to the same player. And there is another man, Diego Castillo, I'm pretty excited about, but this inning he does nothing. So we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning, ladies and gentlemen, and it appears as though nothing has changed within this organization. The Pirates are already in midseason form, guys, as that's going to be a base hit drove down the line. That's going to result in at least a double for Bader, and that is a double, and he's rocking that hairstyle, and the crowd loves it right now. This one's hit hard, and it's gonna go to Bryan Reynolds with a nice catch, but it's gonna drive home the run, and the Cardinals go up 5-0 as we speed up to the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-zip. This one is hit pretty hard, and this one, oh, that's a close one. I think it's gone, and they're gonna wave him around. This was a home run. And I'll let you be the judge here. I think it was a homer, and they called it as a homer, but they're most likely going to review this play. Edman, though, right now has the solo home run. The Pirates pitching staff is praying for a miracle right now. That way they just allow one less run in an already embarrassing game. But don't get me wrong. The Braves, the defending champions in the Atlanta Braves, lost their first game. I'm not going to overreact, but the Braves have hope, and the Pirates do in the long-term future, but not so much in the short-term future, aside from seeing players like Ke'Bryan Hayes and Oneil Cruz start to develop, right? But maybe we can get 70 wins this year. That's being optimistic. We might end up getting 7, actually. But regardless, bottom of the 8th inning, there's a man on third and first. This one is hit, and Tucker able to make the catch, and that is most likely going to drive in a run, and it does. So the Cardinals are up 7-0 now, and they're just pouring it on the Pittsburgh Pirates right now. 2 outs, man on first. And Arenado, the former Colorado Rocky, keeps torturing this ball club. It's 9-0. Perez with the pitch is not able to do anything as the former All-Star hits this one right into the outfield for a home run, and it is 9-0, and the Pirates baseball is back. They picked off right where they left off last year, ladies and gentlemen, and for the final time today, the Pirates are out, and they are the only team in Major League Baseball to not score a single run on opening day, and the Pirates, in a game where they could be over 500 if they win, do not, so they're probably never going to be over 500. And it looked Hayes left the game. Like I said, he was removed from the afternoon's game. He shot a spasm on his left forearm, and the Pirates literally just lost to a team whose graphics shows that they had a literal baseball playing in left field. But regardless, we need to understand a lot of things about this game, right? And like I said, it is just one game. So before I say what I'm about to say, I need you all to understand that I'm not going to overreact. They could turn this season around. I don't think they will, and it's only one game. Like I said, the defending champions in the Atlanta Braves just lost their first game, and I am not worried about them because ultimately it is one game. But the Braves have hope this season, whereas the only hope for the Pirates is that their prospects start to develop and maybe they can reach 70 wins. So they don't have any true hope of being anything better than terrible, but better than last year, hopefully. There's a lot of things I'd like to get into. First is Ke'Bryan Hayes. I absolutely love the contract extension. It shows commitment, something that the Pittsburgh Pirates have really lacked in their organizational structure. But I must say, there are two ways that this can go south. First way, and I know Ke'Bryan Hayes wasn't injured today. He's expected to return Saturday. But ultimately, Ke'Bryan Hayes needs to be able to stay on the field. I know he just had a spasm in his hand. I mean, his left forearm. Pardon me. But all the little things like that mean that a player could probably be injury-riddled. Right? He did not play in a lot of games last year. It was just one season, but he was an inning into a game and he already had a spasm, right? And it's not a major injury, and I'm glad it's not. It's probably not. It's not even listed as an injury at all, really. He'll most likely be back on Saturday, if not the next game on Sunday. But I have to say, if the man can't stay on the field, and this is a sign of what is to come with Ke'Bryan Hayes with things that are much bigger than a left forearm spasm, then that could make this deal look totally awful. Another thing is if the Pirates stunt his development, because I believe if you let Ke'Bryan Hayes just develop himself, I think he's a hardworking and nice man. I feel like he will do just fine, and he will become at least an above-average player in this league. But if the Pirates get in the way away and they do the stuff they're doing with Oneil Cruz right now, which it will stop eventually, but if they do stuff like that, they manipulate them and they basically toy around with them, then the development is not going to happen and the Pirates are going to ruin their own investment, which right now I believe is a very good investment. I'm very happy with the deal. Please sign Bryan Reynolds next. Second, JT Brubaker, right? I know it was just one game. It was just one game. Nothing to worry about, but ultimately he is the best pitcher on this team and he's nothing better than mediocre at best, and I truly believe that's being nice. I don't see anything special in JT Brubaker, and the fact that he is by far the best pitcher on this staff is very saddening. It makes me truly sad and sick to my core that we have such an incompetent, well, not so much incompetent, but just a definition of mediocre pitcher who is supposed to be our best pitcher. It's one game. Like I said, the Cardinals are a good team. You played them on the road. I'm not mad that we lost. And yes, the Pirates are probably never going to be above 500 because this was probably their only chance. But, and so that makes it a little bit of a more sucky loss too. But, right, the Cardinals are a good team, but we have had over a month to prepare for this game. Right, to practice in spring training for this game, for environments like this, and we go out and lose 9-0. Like I said, it's one game. It's not going to happen, but the Pirates could win 100 games this year. There are plenty of teams who have won the World Series that have decided that they're going to look terrible the first game, right? Will the Pirates win 100 games? Heck no. Will they win 70? Maybe, but probably not. But ultimately, I'm afraid that this is a sign of what is to come for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Stupid errors, stupid coaching, stupid execution, stunting players' development, and ultimately getting absolutely nowhere with a situation that seems to be on the up and up now with prospects coming in, but still a roster that's completely depleted in terms of an MLB team. And not a lot of promise is happening in terms of the present, right? Aside from seeing these players develop. But in the future, we could be a good team if we play our cards right. But I'm afraid that we're not going to play our cards right. We haven't played our cards right for about 25 years, okay? I just want to see this team be good, and we're going to keep watching them. And this was just an embarrassing way to start the season. But I have faith, and I hope I'm going to manifest that the Pirates do better, because this was very embarrassing. But regardless, maybe it's because we don't have Polanco anymore, man. We seem to love that guy so much, and I don't know why. He was really the king of days of our Pirates. And man, for that reason alone, do we all miss him. But just like the Pirates, always finding a way to pick up where they left off, and they're already in mid-season form, guys. So are the days of our Pirates.